Alright, so this is the machine. The fact that these servos jiggling. So it's hooked up to this arm right there, so I can move my charge situation. So you see this? The rotations are very close to 1-to-1. Yeah, for some reason, cables are slightly off. But manipulate objects to show that both arms work. And it has an entire cooling system. This doesn't get too hot, so I have that radiating its heat out to the front open. But the main power cell is in here. This is the antenna. You look in here, has a little anna LED. All the capacitors are potted at the bottom to get away from shorts. Those potentiometers can make the current and the voltage, which I've already set up as limited. And it has a fan, so flowing air at the bottom and out of the bottom right there. So yeah, I made this a while ago, but this board wasn't working due to some power issues. But today it decided to work, but it is also having some jittering issues which I have to set up. But I made all of the code, I finished all the code to where it just works. So yeah, I don't know, the center, it fixed itself. So now it's centered. But yeah, so each pot has a filter, encode. So each pot has a filter, and then it sets the degrees from, I think 0 to 4095 to 0 to 180, so 135 being the middle. And I went through some iterations, so because each potentiometer moves around 300 to 270 degrees, I originally did some tests with smaller servos, and I made a smaller arm, and I realized that it would not be totally 1-to-1, so I had to get these special 270-degree servos, which are like just robotic servos. And it has like aluminum joints mounted all the way up. And this main brace plate is actually custom, so I drilled all custom holes. Each of them has a lock washer and then a bolt, a little M3 screw, lock washer, nut, and a washer up at the front. Yep, and they all have washers up at the front. Same on both sides. Took me a long time. And then I made these braces, which are then I glued to the base plate. So it's a thick piece of plastic with a little chamfered super glue edge, just like super glue and working baking soda. And then all the wires are routed up into this cable management. Why am I moving the arm? I can literally just move it. So to demonstrate, as you see here, I left some slack for the wrist, so it's able to come all the way around. Doesn't hit, leaves some space. I'm able to move this thing all the way around. With no issues. So you're able to get really fluid movements. There's a little wave. Just a wrist wave. And at the moment, they don't have their grippers yet. They don't have their wrists. I don't know what that thing is. Hold on. After getting some clothing, basically, what I wanted to do was have the gripper basically be like this. So instead of having just a servo constantly driving its torque into the object that I want to grip, I simply just have a little opener on a gear mechanism that opens up a spring mechanism, and then it would then clamp down onto the object to apply the varied force that I would want. So the spring is the thing that's doing the constant clamping, and not just me sending current through a motor, right? So yeah, that's what I had done. Pretty simple. Yeah, all the individual parts are actually pretty simple. ESP32, power module, goes straight to a PCA 9685. It's mainly just the programming that is hard. This looks like a mess, but it's just a bunch of potentiometers plugged into a breakout board. So, yeah. Alright, bye.